Yo, 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 what's good? Going through a nightly scan here. Just gonna run through a couple stocks that I was watching throughout the day and kind of give y'all my thought process when it comes to trading and look at some stocks that are interesting tomorrow that I'll be looking to open some positions in. But yeah, it's something that I want to start consistently just to help you guys understand the market a little bit more and what's going on in the market. So you can make trades on your own, right? You don't have to wait for any alerts. I will say my alerts the past couple of days haven't been the greatest, and that's because the tape as far as the market has been choppy. Like right now, I got SPY pulled up. This is the S&P 500 index, which includes all the technology stocks like Tesla, like Apple. All those stocks are kind of in this index, right? So when those stocks move, this ETF moves, right? And over time, it consistently goes up, right? Year over year. This is one of those indexes that they tell you to invest in and just keep your money there because it's going to go up 2 to 6% every year. So this is like a safe, solid investment. I do trade it day in and day out though, because I play options and options have like those exponential moves. But lately, it's been really choppy. So I'm looking at the day chart on the S&P using TradingView. Went over here, picked up the day chart, and I got these two lines drawn because this is pretty much the range that we've been in for the past since the 15th of January. And we've been in this range. So that was about a good 2 weeks ago. We just been going up, coming right back down, going up, coming right back down. So this is like kills all options. So when you think of like tech stocks, like Apple, like Netflix, like Meta, like Microsoft, like Shopify, tons more, right? But the market being choppy like this is not good. Like we want the market to pick a direction because when the market goes in one direction, options contracts do really well when they see continuation. And right now, we're not seeing a lot of continuation. We're seeing up, back down. And even on the daily, like we're seeing a range of maybe 4 points. Today's range was the low was 598 and the high was 604, which is about 5, 6 points, right? So not a huge range. And throughout the day, like it's very choppy. Things are moving very slow. So I'm going to pull over to the 4 hour chart, which I love looking at. Today, we opened up at 600. Low for the first 4 hours was 598. The high was 603. So that was some good range this morning. If you would have played from the bottom to 603, you would have made some good money. Probably like 100, maybe 150% move. And then the second half of the day, we moved up 1 point, right? So a lot of options contracts really didn't move a lot if you played the second half of the day because it wasn't a lot of continuation. Like if it would have continued up to this 610 mark, would have been a great play for the second half. But right now, kind of what I'm looking at is this range is kind of like no man's land right here. Unless you're looking at the flow, uh, and the flow is something that comes in from buyers. So say we have big buyers coming into the market that purchase 1 million options contracts, right? At 610. That's something that will show up on the flow. If you're purchasing 5 or 10 contracts, that's not going to show up. They call that small money. When big money's stepping in, buying $1 million worth of contracts, that's going to show up. And that's going to kind of tell the story of where the stock is going next. Something we're going to add to the Discord here shortly is the flow. to give you guys an insight of like, hey, where's the big money placing their bets, right? Kind of like sports bet. Like we got the Super Bowl this weekend. Where's big money placing their bets? Where is Vegas have the Eagles on the money line? Do they have the Eagles plus or minus, right? So that's kind of what the flow is. Easy terms for my sports folks out there. So yeah, SPY really hasn't seen a lot of movement over the past 2 weeks. Has had some range. A lot of that range has came overnight. So the yellow is, no, the blue is overnight sessions. So we had that big move overnight over this past Friday, right? Monday morning, we ran back up from the lows. Didn't really have a big move overnight during the day Tuesday. We did run up from 595 to about 600. So that was a good play. I did play some options on SPY on Tuesday, bought around 594 and sold about 602. Did that on the live chat. So we do live chats in the morning, some days. And then overnight, really to make a move, opened lower on Wednesday, but we ran up. So overnight, we're seeing a little bit of movement, which is this blue right here. Zoom in. Yeah. So just this range, man. I'm really waiting for this to get out of this range, and then we'll see some big moves in other stocks. So I want to jump over to some other stocks that I'm looking at as the week continues. Sound is one of these stocks that I'm looking at that I shared in the Discord. SoundHound is an AI company, and they're all about using your voice for AI. So, ChatGPT is mostly text, right? You got to text, talk to ChatGPT. SoundHound is more voice. So you're talking with the AI like an Alexa. Alexa or Amazon should buy out this company. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but it would be great for the stock. I would say that. But I like SoundHound because we're seeing other players in the AI industry see them run up. So, for example, Tempest AI. This stock has been on a tear ever since everyone found out that Nancy Pelosi was invested in this company. Nancy's in the government, and she probably has some insider information about what's going on. But Tempest AI is creating this AI model for healthcare industry. I don't really know many specifics about it outside of it's AI. Nancy invested in it, and it's going crazy these past couple of weeks, right? But this is probably one of the only stocks, while SPY, one of the indexes that overseas or is compiled of these tech stocks, is chopping. Like this stock is not seeing much chop at all. It's going straight up over the past 2 weeks, and it's seeing new highs pretty much every day or every other day. I do think this stock can definitely get to that 80 mark up here. Let's see, test that all-time high. Not sure when that'll happen, but I definitely do believe that this stock can get there just off the hype, off the momentum. We're seeing a lot of volume at the bottom. As you can see, these candlesticks right here are the bottom, green, red, green, red. The pointer is, that's the volume. And look at the volume kind of before the 21st. It was really low. So we saw a lot of buying volume right here on the 21st, showing that this stock is gaining momentum, which is a good thing. As long as volume stays high, I think this stock will continue to see new highs until we see more sellers step into the tape. But this is one of those AI companies that are making a move and kind of helping move the other AI companies that are outside of like semiconductors, like NVIDIA or AMD. or IBM. Here's another one, C3 AI. C3 AI. They're starting to make a move, right? I am not 100% sure what C3 AI does. Something we can look up though. Let me put y'all on. So let me put y'all on to a site, Finviz, finviz.com. This site is amazing when you're trying to get information about stocks on the daily, like what's happening. I would compare this to, I'm always going to go to sports because I'm a sports guy, like seeing the stats of the day. Like, hey, there was 8 games yesterday. I want to see the stats. How many points so-and-so scored? How many rebounds did they get? What was the over under? That type of stuff. You'll get that on this type of site. They have a heat map of like what happened with all the stocks during the day. And you could check out like Nvidia went up 5%. And it also sectors out like technology. Then we have financial stocks, right? We have communication, consumer defense, industrials, utilities, right? PCG, which is on the West Coast, GEV, right? Real estate stocks. It sectors everything out so you can kind of see, all right, which sectors are hot. Energy really didn't do too much today, like gas, ExxonMobil, financial services is killing it. Visa, MasterCard, American Express. Not sure what this company is. Haven't heard of them, but you can find out about new companies up here. Netflix, Disney had earnings today. Didn't do too well, right? So Tesla, Amazon. I love this site. Use it almost every day, but I want to look up what C3 does because I totally forgot. And you just type in the ticker. They'll show you a nice little chart. Scroll down. The site tells you all about the news. As you can see, it's always a lot of pop-ups, but you can click on news articles that recently came out. And then you keep scrolling down. Here we go. All right. It'll tell you what the company does. So they engage in AI for software, digital transformation, predictive analytics, America, Europe, the Middle East, pretty much all over the world. And they're headquartered in Redwood City, California. So AI company, they're making applications for predictive analytics, right? So they're the company that makes the applications to kind of help you predict what's going on after you like have a data set, right? Really important when you're trying to find key insights and you run a business. So looking at this chart, right? This is a company that the chart looks good, man, but SPY is choppy. So there's not like a lot of liquid, a lot of money in the market right now because SPY is so choppy. I want to see this break this 34 mark on the 4 hour, right? So the next 4 hour close tomorrow, let's say about 1:30, I want to see that candle close over this 34 mark. And then I would be looking at a position to get long. AI name, AI space, AI is kind of hot. It's the theme right now still, but not as much on the chip part, but more on like the business relevance. How is this making businesses better? And that's why I'm kind of focused on Sal. They didn't have that 4 hour close over the 15 prior to me taking a position. So I kind of jumped the gun on this one, but I really like what Tim's is doing. And I see this as like a sympathy play for people looking to invest. The volume was really high late December. It's kind of dwindled down, but looking at this now, I'm like, dang, man, I probably should have waited. But I jumped the gun early. Right now, my calls are down maybe 5%, but I didn't go heavy in size. That's about $50 that I'm really willing to risk. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here in a choppy market, looking for the best setup. Will I stick with this if it doesn't have that 4-hour close over 15.95? Absolutely. Over 16? Absolutely not. I'll probably sell this stock, sell this option, but this is one I'm looking at tomorrow. Looks like a really great setup. Another company that really ran up after hours is APPS. This is a company that I have been invested in pre-earnings. I actually have shares of this company, so I'm really excited about this. APPS is a application company. So look them up. I gave y'all the site FinViz, check them out. But they had really good earnings today, and they actually went up. So they were estimated to have a negative earnings, but they reported a 13-cent earnings per share. Check them out. Another company that I'm looking out right now on my watch list for tomorrow is Netflix. Netflix had earnings about a week and a half ago. They are still running up. So on the 4-hour, let's go to the day chart. Day chart looks good. Day chart looks super bullish. I'm not sure about the RSI. I know some folks live and die by the RSI, but it's probably oversold right now. Let's check it out. Yep, definitely oversold. So, like, this isn't a position that you would want to take and put a lot of money in, right? This is one that you would want to get in, get out, not a swing trade at all because it is oversold. But if you're looking at puts, that's something you could play. That's in play in this overbought territory, excuse me. It's overbought right now. It's over 70, so it's overbought. Under 30, it's oversold. Overbought to me kind of means puts or it's time to sell. You always want to sell in the straight. Oversold means it's on sale. It's time to buy. What else was I looking at? ASTS. It's another stock. Okay. So ASTS, Space Mobile. I do have some options in this company right now. 2480. This is like a breakout pattern right here. So trend line, right? We're seeing this trend right here. Right? It's kind of breaking out of that trend. It has broken out of that trend. Is this even a broader trend? So yeah, when you see something breaking out of a trend like that and it's really strong, definitely have my eyes on it, right? So on the 4-hour, it's overbought. That's another thing about RSI. You want to kind of look at the bigger picture when you're looking at RSI. Something could be oversold, let's say on the 5-minute chart. Overbought on the 5-minute chart or the 4-hour chart, which we were just looking at. Definitely overbought right now. But if you look at the day chart, it's not overbought, right? So it still has some room to run, right? On the daily, maybe not the 4-hour so much. So we may see a pullback, we may not, but you always want to zoom out as well. Man, that looks good on the weekly chart. Look at that trend line here. So yeah, I like this one. I took some shares and some options in this one, looking for some continuation on this move. But with the market being so choppy right now, the S&P, who knows, right? So I'm not holding anything for too long, taking profits, or I'll take a little paper cut loss. I'm not taking the big loss and holding this for a week to see if it really hits $30, right? Absolutely not. If it doesn't go the way I want to pretty quickly, I'm going to cut losses and keep it moving to protect my portfolio. So I suggest you guys do the same. I know some folks are new to the market, maybe older to the market and already know that, but it's a word of advice. That's pretty much all I'm looking at for tomorrow right now. OKLO, another stock invested in since it was like $8. Hit 50, over 50 today. So super excited about that. I've been selling shares all the way up. Started out with like 1,000. Now, I think I have about 200 shares left. Yeah. Love this stock, nuclear energy company. Looking for the next one that's going to do this. So stay posted. But if you have any questions, hit me in the Discord, hit me in the chat, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the next video. Peace.